This week, I've swapped Nathan for a smaller Logston. Juliet is joining me today as we talk about 10-year-olds and popularity.
Mama says namaste.
Mama says namaste.
Making a family can be easy and fun.
Oh yeah, but raising a family can be a whole different story.
From spouses to kids to the crazy daily grind, life often directs us away from connection and more into reactive chaos.
If you're tired of that cycle and are seeking something beyond the picket fence blues, this is the show for you.
I'm Ashley.
And I'm Nathan.
And we're here to take you from chaos to clarity by bringing awareness and intention into your home, not waiting for one day, and highlighting how
the uniqueness in each of us strengthens all of us.
Take a deep breath in and let's start a brand new day. With Mama says namaste.
It's time to send out the survey again to hear from all of you listeners on what you want to hear more of. Last year I did this and I heard more cries for a certain Juliet to join me on the podcast. And so I've asked her to join me and want to incorporate some more mindful moments with Juliet as we discuss topics that are in her world. And so today I asked Jules if she would join me for a conversation, and I asked her what did she want to have the conversation on. So Jules, can you share what do you want to talk about today?
So for Christmas, I got a certain book called Think Positive for Preteens, Chicken Soup for the Soul. And in one of the stories, it was talking about what popular really means, and that it's not someone with the most expensive clothes or the best haircut, but it's really just who is, well, the definition is actually popUlar, adjective. Liked, admired, or enjoyed by many people. And if you're being very rude because you want to be popular, and that is the definition to some people, it's actually to be liked, admired, and...
Right. So let's think about that a little bit. So when you talk about wanting to, or about popularity, the thing that kind of stood out to you in the book and the story that you read was that the quote unquote popular table slowly dwindled. And what were they doing? I mean, what was in the book or in the story that you read? Like, what makes people the cool kids or the popular kids? What were they doing?
Well, in the story, they were actually being quite mean. And in most scenarios, that is probably the case.
Like the cool kids are the mean
teased,
kids.
Yeah. The teaser and stuff. But actually, the dictionary says that, like, popularity is actually people that are liked and admired, people that think.
Like you're drawn to.
Yeah, I mean, it's not something that makes you look good. It's just how people the popularity can be drawn to you, and you can be popular in a better way.
Did you know that when I was in 6th grade, I had been homeschooled, and so I did public school, and then I was homeschooled for 4th and 5th, and then my mom decided to put me in middle school for 6th grade. And do you know, middle school, 6th grade, public school, it was a very different experience.
Yeah.
And there were some not so nice kids there for sure. Mm-hmm. I was not one of the popular kids as far as being one of those ones at that quote unquote popular table.
Yeah.
And I ended up having my own friends. And a lot of it had to do with these 3 things that you pulled out here. So what does, in your opinion, popularity, the kind of popularity you actually want, Because sometimes people are known for things. I mean, that's being popular. They're known for something. But as you read in the book, oftentimes popularity can be, they're known as being the bully. They're known as being the mean person that makes everybody else feel small. Is that truly the most popular person?
Is that popular, or is that someone who just is lost?
Okay, so I think we need to go into what our 3 points are here. So number 1
is be helpful. So to be a cool, popular kid, I guess.
The right kind of popular.
Yeah, the right kind of popular, or whatever the right kind of popular is to you. Being helpful and helping others can help you. There's a lot of help in that sentence. Can help you just, I guess, become higher on the popular scale, and more people are drawn to you when they see that you are making a difference and helping them out when it's not at their cost, and you're not getting any. What you're getting from that experience is just
you're the person they think of when they need help, right?
Yeah, and then they're drawn to you, and that's
and
popularity.
In the entrepreneurial world, when you are trying to make a name for yourself, that's oftentimes what we talk about is you want to be that guy or that person, the go-to person, where it's like, oh my gosh, if I need help on this topic, I'm going to go to that person. So the first thing for really being popular is not making fun of people. It's actually helping people. Mm-hmm. So really, the more helpful we are, the more we can say, hey, I see you've got an issue and I see the light here. Like I see where an idea is. Yeah. Or I can help you, get out of this embarrassing situation. Let me help you pick up those things that just fell all over the floor. Yeah. Or whatever. When you help someone out, you are, you're
making them the person you think of when you're
becoming their ally. Yes. And they think of you as being the helper the next time, right?
Mm-hmm. And then our second on our list is be kind. So in the story that I was reading to Mommy, it was how every time that the popular girls would tease or make fun of the other kids, she would invite them to her table to sit. Mm-hmm. And though it wasn't the popular table, it was just a table that they wanted to go to. And it was, even though it wasn't what they had expected maybe, but it was a community for them.
Right. And so in the story, what happened is, which happens a lot of times in real life, is that when you're young and you're going to school and people are trying to figure out who their groups are and who their cliques are, there comes to be those popular kids that sit at one table that everybody's looking at. But they're looking at them in a different way. They're looking at them
with in the story, it's like she first looked at them with jealousy. She wanted to be in that top popular table, but then she figured out that when she helped others and was kind to others when they were bullied, she actually became the popular kids because they were the kids that people were drawn to.
Right, because that popular table of pointing fingers at everyone else makes everyone else feel pretty judged.
Yes.
And feel pretty bad about themselves, so they're not going to be drawn to join the table. So the popular table, in the story that Juliet read, that popular table started to dwindle as the other table got big because everybody else had the common theme of being teased by the popular table.
Yes.
So all of a sudden, the popular table dwindled down to 5 people, and the other table became the big, cool place to be.
Yeah.
With all the popular kids. And the popular kids were all the kids that had been made fun of.
And the popular kids were the kids that helped others.
Right. Because they looked at their quirks, their differences, and they recognized that being helpful and being kind are valuable. And then what's that third point that you wanted to make?
So the third is be you. Don't change yourself for the admiration of others, and don't shift who you are because of someone else, because you want to be admired in the school. But yeah,
Be who you are.
be who you are. Yes.
Does that kind of fit with what we talk about in our family with
Yeah.
disc personality styles?
And I think I love DISC a lot because I feel like it kind of gives a little bit of a category, but not fully labeling you.
And what you're explaining when it comes to DISC is that these are personality assessments that I use with my coaching, and I teach lots of families about understanding it, not to say I am what I am, deal with it, but so that we can better understand how to work with each other, right?
Yes.
And so in using that, you've learned that some people might ask a lot of questions or be more about details, where other people might be more loud or silly, and everybody
just jump
kinda,
into it, kind of.
right. Everybody's kind of got their different approaches.
Yes.
Has that helped you in how helpful and kind you are to people?
I feel like it gives me a different perspective of how to be helpful and kind. So instead of because they're this, I want to do this. But yeah, more of a way to learn how to help them and learn how to show them love.
So it's helpful to get to know people where they are, kind of meet them where they are versus assume you know everything. There's different elements to each person, isn't there?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah. So again, let's go through. What are your three again? What are the three things to be popular in a way that maybe isn't putting other people down, but is a way to make that popularity grow and grow by every person you come in contact with?
So it is be kind, be helpful, and be you. You want to show who you are and still help others find who they are.
There you go. And in doing that and being kind, you might learn some new things about yourself along the process too, right?
Definitely.
Because we are always growing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where is your school?
Everywhere.
Who is your teacher?
Everyone.
That's right. We all have the opportunity to grow and learn and change and shift. And so if you are listening to this and maybe you are a kid who's wondering about how popular you are in your school,
Or, in your community.
or in your community if you're a homeschooled kid or unschooled kid like Juliet. And if you're wondering about where your status is, before you start wondering where you stand with everyone, ask yourself these three questions. Are you helpful?
Are you kind?
And are you really being true to who you are? The things you really do enjoy that light you up, because that joy spark is contagious and that will spread. And if you are really excited about something, that's a really great way to get to know and meet the other ones that are. And maybe it's a quirky, numbers game and you love Sudoku instead of playing on the playground, and you find the other kids that do the same. And there are ways to be true to who you are and yet have those be beautiful connectors to others, not a way to separate or isolate or make fun of those who are not.
Definitely, yes.
Because we all need a lot of different personalities out there.
Yeah.
Right? We
Yes.
need those shy kids that pull us back and make us think a little bit before we say something.
We need the particular kids that are trying or helping us figure out the details before we jump right in.
We need those ones that step up and take a stand and voice what they think, because it's important to share and to advocate for those who maybe have a hard time getting those words said.
And we need some fun and joking around sometimes.
That's right. Lots of silliness because it's fun, right?
Yes.
That's right. Popularity is something that as you grow, you learn. Popularity is not about being the best at or the perfect one or the one that makes everybody else feels less than. Popularity is oftentimes, what type of magnet are you? What is being drawn to you?
What are you attracting?
And if you are attracting a few people and everybody else feeling judged, I don't know if that's the popularity you want. It can be very isolating when you create yourself a wall around you.
Because then no one will want to come near you.
Right. So look at how you can create popularity by being the lovable person that you are. Be helpful, be kind, be you. And remember, the uniqueness in each of us strengthens all of us. Namaste.
Bye.
Thanks for joining, Jules.
3. Up with the rising sun, already on the run. Mama says namaste. Life is a tangled mess, and you don't have to stress. Mama says namaste. 'Cause today I will stand up and be all the change that I want to see in this world. Boys and girls, you gotta have to stand up to be free. Namaste in your heart. Take a deep breath in, then let's start a brand new day. With Mama says namaste.